So welcome to this video, which I'm calling the 5 pillar of success. So here's how I want you to do this. I want you to have a think. It's almost based on, say, giving a man or woman, teaching them how to fish rather than being giving a fish. So what I want you to do, what we're going to do here is I want us to step back. I just want us to look at the key pillars that have made you successful on this program. So I'm going to ask you to have a bit of a mind storm here. Write down bullet points, whether or not if it's right or wrong, all the things you have done that you may think has made this successful to you. Maybe you've tracked calories better. It might be that you might have had a bad day, but you've got actually a better understanding and to come over those barriers on the days you do have a bad day and how you go from there to stay on track. It may be just having a better understanding. Sometimes you've been having a bad week at work and you come back, you have that glass of wine and then one glass becomes 2 and before you know it becomes 3. It's probably getting a better understanding of actually, okay, it's the weekend, got to the weekend, I'm refocused Monday. In the past, nothing to worry about. Crack on with it. Whereas before, you might have just given up. But then you're ready for Monday to give it your all. Refocus. I want you to use your own. This is really important for you and many of my clients. It works sort of basically like a feedback loop. And it actually reinforces your success. It's like you've been successful because of these reasons. My question is always going to be, what have you done that has made you as successful in my program? Do you feel this is something you'll be good at and successful going forward? What am I aiming for all my clients, and we've talked about this before in previous videos, not only do I want my clients to lose all of their weight, I want them to drop the weight, but I also want you to be in the small 5% that keep it off going forward. Whereas most people on silly plans, diet plans, restrictive things, tend to put all the weight back on and more over the 2 years. I'm really proud over the years, all my clients have managed to keep it off. And I also want you to be one of them as well. To be in that position of being the small majority of the 5%. So if we can get that really positive reinforcement, this is what you have done, then this is something you can do going forward, realizing for you what the problem was and how you dealt with it. Having that better understanding. Maybe going forward, you didn't actually realize, whether you made it or not, that what your problems were looking back in the past. So one thing I want you to do, guys, by the way, is don't overthink this too much. Just write it down. Lots of ideas, whether it's right or wrong, write it down and organize it. It's maybe some of the things we've talked about before. If there are any issues, just please try your best, but bring it to the call. But I do want to see if you can get into those 5 pillars. I'm going to get you to do something now. I want you to spend 20 minutes on it. Then I want you to leave it for a bit. And then I want you to come back and spend another 10-15 minutes, only if you want to. Don't be sitting there for hours on end, okay? This isn't how this one works. It works best for just 20 minutes. This really shouldn't take much more than that. And then bring it to your next call.